Welcome into Game Static, episode 251. I'm Alex Light with Sparky3. Hope you're having a phenomenal day, whatever day you're listening or watching the show. Got to get back to my normal routine. We have no Zach today, but I do have John in here. John, how you doing?
Hello.
How's it going?
I immediately got... I was fine, and then you started. I was like, I'll be looking at my phone. Immediately got distracted.
That's what happens. That's what happens. Beautiful Saturday here today, though. So shout out to that. Shout out to that. Feeling good. Vibes are somewhat high, I guess. At least to some extent. Nice weather. Nice weather puts me in a good mood. I was out in the yard today doing some yard work, enjoying the weather. We were talking about that.
I am putting it off long as possible, and as long as possible is starting to show up.
Yeah. You're starting to get judged by your neighborhood.
I'm probably not quite yet, but it's about to happen.
Yeah. Hey, like I told you, man, I'll say it up here on the show live, in this recording that, hey, don't feel bad because I didn't even mow my front yard. Someone else did it for me. Shout out to that. Shout out to my neighbor. For context, I don't pay him or anything. I mean, I do actually pay him, every once in a while. I'll hook him up as a thank you, whatever. But he just does it for like a therapy thing because he's had some medical issues. He's like, he loves working on mowers. And he mows like at least 8 different houses' yards in this neighborhood. I'll come home and he's driving a different mower in a different yard. Next day, different mower, different yard. Next day, different mower in another yard. I'm like, gosh, Sean, man, you going at it, man. But like I said, it's just like his therapy. So yeah, don't feel bad. I haven't even mowed mine yet.
I mean, but it's starting to look bad.
Yes, it's getting to that point.
It's getting to the point where I don't have a reason to have not done it yet.
Right. I understand. Now, today for me, I had to face my dreaded enemy of gumballs. So that was my mission today, was prepping the backyard to be mowed. So a lot of gumballs had to be taken care of today. So it was great. So I'm going to be working on that soon. But no, I mean, overall, feeling good today. Got some different things to talk about. Like, hey, Crimson Desert, man, we're just a few days away. Brother. So we're going to talk about like the pre-launch hype levels, as well as ask a question about open world fatigue. We're going to talk about that going into this. There are some reports right now that the PS6 and the PS Handheld is apparently still slated for holiday 2027. So we're going to touch on that. Probably talk some more Pokopia. Might actually lead off the show with that. Jeff Kaplan, he had an interview this week, talk about why he left Blizzard, what happened behind the scenes, and he also revealed a new game, his new game that he's working on, The Legend of California. So we'll highlight that and talk about the interview and stuff. Yoshi got a release date through a tweet. So does that mean there's no March Nintendo Direct? We'll talk about it, as well as some other stuff. Like, comment, subscribe. We'll make sure to shout out some merch and Rogue Energy later on the show. If you want to support us further, Patreon's a great way to do so. Before we jump into stuff, anything you want to shout out? Anything going on in your world?
Honestly, not sure. My world has just been a lot of Path of Exile this week. So it wasn't even until really earlier this morning where I even started looking to see what's happened this week.
Not a lot. It's
a
lot of like weekly wrap up level dumps.
It's
week.
Like I've just kind of been absorbed in Path and been playing it.
I've had a very busy work week. Few hours of overtime this week. Good, work late. Few days. Didn't get home till like 6:30 or so. A couple nights. So kind of tired. Been doing some stuff around the house. So I didn't get as much game time in this week as I wanted. I will say, there's a trend right now going on Twitter that is one of my favorite trends I've seen in a minute, where it's just Leon in different gaming situations and everyone saying a cheesy Leon line with that gaming situation. And I've enjoyed it thoroughly, where there was a shot of like Leon and Sephiroth says something to Leon where it's just like, oh, this is going to be your demise. And Leon's just like, no, Sephiroth, I'm going to make sure that this is your Final Fantasy. It's just cringy like Leon lines, and I love it. That is like, it was so bad to a point of like me just interacting with it where I'm still on my For You page on Twitter and I'm scrolling, I'm talking no shit. 10 posts in a row are nothing but this. And I'm like, I had to stop and I'm like, did I click on someone's page? Why are there so many? Nope, 10 different accounts, 10 different Leon quotes that someone made up. And I love it. So that's been one of my favorite trends recently that I've seen.
As someone who is not like a Resident Evil or like a Leon guy,
yep.
I am upset with how much Leon has been in my algorithm for the last week. And I blame you.
You're welcome.
Because you're the only one who's talked about it.
Yeah.
Like around my phone.
Yep.
And
Leon Kennedy.
It's already there.
It's
already there. It's all it's been is just people playing Requiem, and it's just reactions to, like you were saying, the over the top way he does everything.
Yes.
And I'm like, I don't need to see this.
Yes, you do.
This is not. This is this. It's like I liked my algorithm.
No, I saw some like I saw a clip from Requiem someone put up with with Bring Me to Life from Evanescence, where it's the moment in Requiem where Leon, being Leon and defying logic, has a bike and he's driving up the side of a tilted building and launching in the air. And it's just like the things that Leon does, it's just so ridiculous.
Oh, my favorite one that I saw was it was what you were talking about last week, where I guess the spider shows up.
Yeah.
And like they enter the city and they see like the spider webs and all that.
Yeah.
And it was a short, and it was this girl, and it's like at the caption of it was something along the lines of severe arachnophobia. And she's like, what's going on with all these cobwebs? What's going on with the cutscene starts, you get like 3 frames of it showing the front end of the spider. She closed out of it and booted up Fortnite.
I don't blame her, man.
I was like, you know what? Fair.
Just thinking about that scene made me cringe just now. That was legitimate cringe that I just had. God, that was such a horrifying part of the game for me. That spider was too damn realistic. I hated every second of that. Worst possible thing I've ever played. I've never screamed that loudly on a video game before. But yeah, no, lot of Leon stuff in my timeline. There was I saw some clips of Leon's voice actor. I guess it was a cameo that someone hired of him, where he was saying a message to Queso. Obviously he's a massive Resident Evil fan, mostly a Chris Redfield fan. That's very well known with his jokes. And Leon's voice actor was talking to Queso in this cameo, and it's just like how Leon loves Queso and stuff. And he held up this little thing with a little Leon plushie. It's just like Leon hearts, and then there was a 1x1 Lego block, which is the joke for Queso beside it. And Queso just stands up and just walks away. Hilarious. I saw the same like level of reaction clip where Chris Redfield's voice actor reacted to Queso, but he didn't know who he was. Queso's like, Chris, what do you mean you don't know who I am? And it's just like, who's this guy? Oh yeah, look at that, 4 million followers, man. Good way to go, buddy. And Queso's like, buddy, calling me buddy. All right, I did not know buddy is an insult.
Yeah,
I did not know this. Yeah. I call people buddy all the time. I don't mean to insult people by calling them buddy. How long has this been an insult?
Yeah, for a while.
I've been calling people buddy for years.
Like buddy and pal.
Pal is a little insulting, I ain't gonna lie.
But it's like pal is worse, but buddy is typically not good.
I have never viewed buddy as an insult term before, but here we are in 2026 and it's insulting.
It has been for a while. This is a rare instance where I'm ahead of you.
Yeah, you're ahead of me on this one, dude. Like, I don't know. I just found this out like 3 weeks ago. I'm like, how is buddy insulting? I didn't know that. I called people buddy all the time. What's up, buddy? How's it going, man? All the time. I said buddy to you when you walked in, I think. Hey, buddy.
Yeah, I didn't hear. I knew you were greeting me, but I hadn't turned my music down yet.
All right, fair enough. Either way. Anything else you want to talk about before we jump into stuff? We can talk about Pokopia to start.
Yeah, let's just jump into Pokopia.
Okay.
Not necessarily a whole lot to talk about.
Just kind of where we're feeling.
I played significantly more than before the show last week.
Yeah.
Because last week I only had like an hour into it. I don't know where I'm at. Probably around like 10 or so now.
Yeah, I'm about like 15 to 20 hours, I'll tell you this with where I'm at on Pokopia. So still a phenomenal game for sure. Like I can see how great it is. If I put it on the board here, I'd put it as an 8. Very good. I see the work into it. Great game. I've definitely hit that wall where I hit with these games where I'm like, all right, I'm ready to go do something else.
Yeah,
I've hit that wall.
For me, it's one where I've hit the point where I see how much there is,
and
how much has been put into it, and that and I'm like, I think I'm good.
Right.
Like I think I'm good on it. I think it floats between an 8 and a 9
Yeah, it's
on
a
the
great
board
game. Great game.
as far as like a rating would go because as I've played it, I have thoroughly enjoyed every bit of it that I've played.
Yeah.
I look at what there is or how much more there is to do, and I look at that and I go, I don't enjoy these type of games to keep playing it that long.
Yeah. No,
Because like I said, I've enjoyed it. It's been fun. There's been moments where were sitting there playing it, you'll just be smiling or just start laughing, just out of joy.
yeah, yeah.
But at the same time, I'm like, I don't I don't have the patience
Mm,
to or the desire, I guess is the better way of phrasing it, to continue.
right.
Uh, it could be one where it's like I hop into it like an hour a week or something, and just
Yeah, yeah.
check in on how my little guys are doing. But other than that, I don't think I'll be playing it a whole lot longer.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm still in just as of recently more into the mindset of enjoying these types of games, and I was really curious how Pokopia would do for me because we have Tomodachi Life coming out soon that I do intend to play. We have eventually a new Animal Crossing which I'll probably end up playing, so I was kind of curious what Pokopia would do for me, and I'm about 20 hours into the game, and the thing for me is that I hit my wall the moment I entered Vermilion City. That was my second area that I went through. Like once I went there, that's when I got hit with. All right, I don't know if I want to redo all of this area. It doesn't look fun. I like greenery and stuff. I'm just gonna go back to Fuchsia City. That's what I'd rather go do. So it's like I messed around in
Yeah.
Vermilion for a little
And
bit. I got some Pokemon summoned. I did it, the start of a couple quest lines. And I was like, I'm not really feeling this. Let me just go back to my area. I walked in there. I was like, yeah, this looks a lot nicer. Let me just go play around in here. So it's like, I don't know. It's like maybe once I feel like I've done everything I want to do there, maybe then I'll be more inclined to like, all right, let's go tackle Vermilion, Because I do want to get further in the game. I would like to complete the game. That'd be an
yeah,
ideal. I've had
it,
more fun with this one than I have with most,
yeah,
but
because
I've
it's like
definitely hit my wall.
this style game, like the more like it is more akin to like an Animal Crossing,
Yeah,
and that I've never been big on these.
right.
Uh, it's like and I've definitely played it more, but I think I've played it more just because it is Pokemon.
Hmm.
And yeah, it's one where it's like I'm not completely dropping it and saying I'm never gonna play it again because I'll boot it up like I said here and there and play it, and I'll probably just kind of try to run through and unlock the like more areas,
Hmm.
and maybe there'll be a point where I get to like the third area or the fourth area, and
Yeah.
I get there and I'm like, you know what, I vibe with this. Let's hang it. Maybe I'll play for a little bit longer here.
Right. Well, and also one thing to keep in mind is that for players like me and you who are still like really lukewarm to this type of game, and honestly, I would even say players like my wife who loves these games, loves Animal Crossing, loves any game like this. These are games that are not meant to be enjoyed in that single harsh play sesh. You know what I mean? Where we're dumping 40 hours in 2 weeks. This is supposed to be enjoyed for the
Oh
rest
yeah,
of this year.
it's like this. It's a game where
Yeah.
you're supposed to play this game for the next 2 years,
Yeah, like exactly. So it's
or
like
like
that.
2 to 5 years.
So like
Really.
if me and you are if we're hitting our wall and we can still be like, yeah, we can see the work put into this. This is like an 8 or 9 on the board. This is a great game. But it's like we need to step away and you go play Path, me go play this, you go
Yeah,
play that, whatever. That there's nothing wrong with that.
yeah.
Because this is a game that we can pick back up anytime.
We're the, the people that typically enjoy these games are the ones who
We'll play it every day.
these are the type of games they play. They're gonna log in them. They're gonna play a little bit of it every day.
Yeah, exactly.
We are more of the okay, especially you more so like
Hmm.
new game comes out. I'm gonna do nothing but play this game until I beat it.
Hmm.
Uh, whereas I do that to an extent, but I bounce around a lot. Uh, but yeah, I am more of a like I'm going to probably enjoy more in later in the week when Crimson Desert comes out, and I know I can just sit down and get lost in that for a little while because that's more of my style.
Right.
Whereas walking around and like kind of terraforming and redecorating a town and
Hmm.
all that. I I don't find that as enjoyable. I mean,
See, that's the part I like the most.
I've enjoyed it to an extent. Like I was trying to make it look nice, and then I was like, man, this is I don't care enough about making it nice.
See, that's the part that I enjoy the most. Where because I had no intention on going to the open gate to the right for the I found out to be Vermilion for a while until I hit that point of okay, I'm starting to need a few things that I don't have here that I can either see if I can get in a new area or like just keep trying via Dream Islands, you know. So it's like okay, I need some
I still
item.
haven't gone to a Dream Island.
Yeah, I mean, I've gone to a few. I mean, they change like daily. So it's like I hit that point of where it's like, okay, I'm starting to kind of need a few items. Plus, hey, you know, getting a few more abilities would be really cool because there's a few abilities that I
That's the
really
main
want.
reason I started
Yeah,
going
so
forward.
it's
Is
like,
like
all right, let me try going for it. And then the moment I walk into Vermilion, I see everything that needs to get done. I'm like, oh God, I don't even know where to start. I just want to go. Can I go back to what I had going? What I
yeah,
had going was actually pretty nice.
yeah. I move forward, and they're like now, like Professor Taker, it's like, yeah, we start building some houses and stuff for people. I'm like, I don't want to. It's like I don't want to do that.
Right.
It's like I want to explore around, and then I want to I want to make a bunch of habitats and have a bunch of Pokemon running around in a town.
Yeah.
That's what I want to do. I don't want to rebuild the town. I want them to just run around
Right.
and that to be the fun part.
Yeah.
I don't want to build the town.
You don't want to build back Vermilion?
I don't want to build it. But yeah, so that's kind of it'll be one where it's like I play it here and there,
Yeah, yeah.
but it's like uh, ex- I will say experimenting with this game and like giving it a good try is it's made me where like when Animal Crossing comes out
May
or
try.
like well now it's like I think I know I'm not gonna try it now
Oh, okay, okay.
because it's like I can now I have a better understanding of the type of game and like
It's one of those things where you just enjoyed this more because it is Pokemon.
the most of the enjoyment came because it was Pokemon and like because a lot of the playtime is like creating the habitat, interacting with the Pokemon, and running
Yeah.
around. I wouldn't have as much fun without that element to it.
Hmm.
So at least I've learned that because it's like it's one where new Animal Crossing came out. If I hadn't played this, I'm like, you know what? Maybe I'll give it a try, and then
Give it a go.
I would have not enjoyed it as much.
Yeah, fair. That's fair. We still need to try doing the Cloud Island thing. Have yet to try it. Even with Christina, we haven't tried it yet. So we still need to try that and see what that because that was my selling point of buying the damn game, and I haven't done it yet.
Yeah, I mean, we could try it at some point.
Yeah, we need to try it at some point, just so that way we can say we checked off every box of all right, we've tried everything we wanted to try, you know.
But yeah,
So
'cause
we
it's
need to
like,
get around to that.
yeah, like I'm probably gonna. It's like next time I get it on, I'm probably just gonna be trying to work my way through Vermilion, upgrade enough so I can go through another gate
Yeah.
and continue going. And maybe that third gate will be where I'm like, you know what, this is where I vibe.
Yeah, that's true. And that may be also part of it is that me and you both, because like Christina went another direction. Like she's in like a beach type like area. Like she didn't go to Vermilion. She went somewhere else. So it's like maybe that's why me and you are like, because we're just not feeling because I'm not feeling the vibe of Vermilion personally.
Yeah,
I am not.
I don't know. I want to see something.
Yeah.
I want to see something a little different because I'm
Right.
not a huge fan of where I've gone.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. I like the starting area with Fuchsia City. I like that. That's why I just like I'm gonna go back.
Even that's just fine for me.
Right. Yeah. No, I mean Pokopia is a lot of fun. I mean it's a game of the year contender, like nominee for sure. I wouldn't be shocked at all if it made it to the contenders list, to the nominee list, because like it's kind of like with Animal Crossing a few years ago. Animal Crossing was a nominee and well deserved, and I'm kind of feeling the same with Pokopia.
It'll be a player's choice vote, and
Oh yeah,
has a real good shot at winning the family.
oh
Like,
yeah,
like
yeah.
family friendly game. I don't know if I'd based on what we have coming. I don't know if I'd put it in direct contention for game of the year.
I don't think it's the game of the year like contender, but I think it's a nominee. That's where I'm at on it. I think it's on the nominee, but obviously we still have a long year to go. We have very strong contender coming out here in just a few days. That will probably be in there if they stick the landing. I think they will. But I think Pokopia could end up being nominated. 100% it's going to win Best Family and like Player's Choice. 1000%. No way it won't.
But yeah, so it's like it's gonna win. It's definitely gonna win awards.
Oh yeah,
of like at multiple different shows, and deservedly so. 'Cause
yeah.
it is a very well made game.
Yep. And it's the highest rated Pokemon game ever that's not even made by Game Freak. That's so funny. The highest games they ever made was X and Y. I think those are the highest they ever made.
Hey, those got me back into the franchise.
And yet they abandoned Z. It's like we got to move on. Go to Sun and Moon. Throw the Z stuff you were working on in Sun and Moon. Stupid. Oh gosh. But anyway, hey, speaking of Crimson Desert, though, I mean, man, dude, we're less than a week from launch. The hype for it is growing. I feel like daily, every day on Twitter, the hype seems to grow.
Especially in this last week,
Yeah.
because one of the criticisms they were kind of getting is people were, based off of all the footage we've seen, people were kind of afraid that there might be like this cyberpunk situation,
Mhm.
because they were getting criticized because they weren't claiming anything as console footage or saying that they had any console footage. And one of the things they kept saying is, we're gonna tell you everything, which what they ended up doing, no company does,
Mhm.
is they released their full spec sheet for everything.
Oh yeah.
Every type of for every type of setting on PC, Mac, Xbox Series S and X, PS5 and PS5 Pro. We got every
Possible.
possible spec what you can expect to see. And it somehow it looks like they've optimized this game to an absurd degree.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, kind of gives you a little more hope. It's like they spent the time optimizing it so that anybody can play it, which is another report. That I don't remember if we talked about Sony wanting to keep it as a PlayStation exclusive.
I'm pretty sure we touched on that. Yeah. Yeah.
Just to refresh, Sony wanted to pay for it to be a PlayStation exclusive, and Pearl Abyss said no.
Yeah. We want more people to play.
It's like, and it shows because they optimized it so that anybody on basically anywhere could play it.
Yeah, because the way Sony viewed Crimson Desert is that they think that Sony thought that it could reach like incredible heights in terms of sales numbers and stuff, like in the realm of like Ghost of Tsushima and stuff like that. Was a comparison that was made in that report.
Yeah, so it's one where now we just gotta hope that the game's not super buggy when it comes out.
Yeah.
Because we know from what we have seen, it should run well.
Yeah.
It should run well, and it's gonna look incredible. So as long as it's not riddled with bugs, we should be good. And based off of what I've heard from a bunch of people who've had the game early or had access to the game and been playing it, there's some bugs, but nothing crazy from the sounds of it. So yeah, it's one where as more and more of this news comes out, the hype levels are kind of reaching absurd degrees now, which I mean is great to hear.
Yeah. Shout out to my Metacritic monthly video series I do. You should go watch those. John, do you want to throw out a Metacritic prediction? I threw out a 92 in my video at the beginning of March. Do you want to throw out your prediction on what you think it could score at?
Because the thing is, I think this game is going to be incredible.
Mm-hmm.
I think the game is going to be incredible. I think the game is also very much not going to be for everyone.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm leaning more like as much as I think this has the potential to be my game of the year, and I've been extremely looking forward to this game for like 7 years. I'm thinking it's going to land somewhere around like an 86.
Okay.
Just because I think with the amount of reviewers that are gonna be coming through with it, I think it's gonna get a little. I think it's gonna have a lot of like really really high scores.
Yeah.
But I think it's gonna be a little. There's gonna be plenty of people who don't like the structure of it
Right.
because it is not not like technically an RPG. It has RPG mechanics to it, but like there's no like like traditional leveling system or anything
Hmm.
like that. And I think that might throw some people off. Because it is more about exploration and finding artifacts to increase your power and gain your skill points that way. So it's one where I think it's gonna be one where a lot of people get turned off by it or don't enjoy it as much because of that.
Yeah.
So I think it might fall a little bit.
Okay. And I will say, if it does hit that 90 mark, it'll be the first 90 game of the year. So shout out to
I
that.
would hope I'm hopeful that it
Yeah,
goes above 90, but I just have a feeling it's gonna fall somewhere in the mid to high 80s.
I can see that. One question that I wanted to ask is kind of like one of the main topics for Crimson Desert is, it's no secret that for, at least a portion of gamers, that there is an open world fatigue at times when games are just too big, right? That's a conversation with different franchises or different types of games, and there's definitely plenty of players that do not have any fatigue on this at all. I mean, one of our friends, he is very like open world games are his mo. That's his favorite thing to do. He doesn't play much else besides that. But there's definitely open world fatigue for people where it feels too big that they'll never complete it. Do you think like Crimson? How are you feeling towards Crimson Desert? Like battling that open world fatigue for players? Like, you think they're going to 100% hit it, or
Well,
is this a game that could beat it because of what the world is offering, what the game's offering? Because this game's offering so
it
much.
kind of it's kind of weird because I am one of the players with open world fatigue.
So am I.
It's
That's
like
why
I'm
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 excited, but I'm nervous to buy
I
this game.
very much have like had my issues with open world games in the last several years
Yeah.
because it is a lot of the same layouts, which tends to be a lot of companies have focused more on increasing the size of the world instead of increasing what the amount to do in the world. And I'll keep coming back to it. I talked about it a lot towards the end of the year, especially in like our ranking list for last year. Tainted Grail, Fall of Avalon. It's a perfect example. It's not. It's like it's open, big open zones, kind of with dungeons that you zone into, or like caves and stuff that you zone into. But it was like the open world's not overly big, but it's densely packed with stuff to do.
Hmm.
It's like everywhere you go, you can't go from point A to point B without getting distracted in that game.
Hmm.
And which is part of why I loved it. It gave you that feeling that you remember having from playing open world games growing up.
Yeah.
The one it's like that feeling of like getting lost and being able to go like log in, think you're good, have a goal in mind, and then play it for several hours and go, "What was I supposed to do when I got on here?" It's like
Yeah.
that's the feeling you want,
Yeah.
and hopefully they nail it with this game. Uh, it sounds like there's a ton to do.
Yeah.
So my hope is that it is kind of like that organic feeling of playing the game and having stuff happen, or just seeing something and going, like heading somewhere, seeing something and going, wait, I need to go check that out real quick, and then going there and getting distracted along the way. That's what we want to happen.
Right.
Because a lot of the open world fatigue does come from, okay, here's my quest, open up the map, where's that quest marker? Okay, let me just click on the symbol on the map and go there, and then it's like, but everything, you open up the map and everything's there.
Hmm.
It tells you where everything is, where to go to do anything. And then it turns the game from exploring the world into checking off a box on a map.
Hmm.
And it just makes it where you're not looking at the world itself. And hopefully that's something that doesn't happen or isn't a thing in Crimson Desert. I don't want to open up the map and it tell me everything that there is to do. I want to look at the world and say, I want to do this. I want to go over there. I want that to happen. Which is hopefully what they're doing. Because if it is like open up the map, check off the boxes in each area as you go through it, it'll be a little disappointing because it's going to take away from it a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, just take away from that feeling of going out and just doing it. You know,
Yeah.
because like, I'm 1000% with you in the realm of like open world games. Like, obviously very intriguing. You know, because of just that natural nostalgia of playing these games and loving them growing up, of course. But like you, I've had open world fatigue for a few years. There's only a few games that don't seem to impact me as much. Where it's like, okay, this isn't too bad. I can handle this. But then there's definitely some where it's just like this game is fun, but God bless that world's so big that it gives me that fatigue. I mean, like two games that I can shout out. One, got a new release a few years ago. I love both games. Love them. They're fantastic. Please go play them. But God bless. I look at Horizon Forbidden West map and I'm like, dude, there's just so much to do. I will never finish this. And it got to a point in with Zero Dawn where it's like, all right, I love this game. I love the world, but I just want to finish the game at this point. I want to finish the story. Let me just finish the story. And that's why like I'm so excited for Crimson Desert because of like the incredible potential, but I'm also nervous because it's
Well,
like, is that fatigue going to hit me? Because like one thing that I saw,
it might hit you
it
because
probably will.
it's probably gonna hit you because it's also a game where it's not like a direct or a like just a mainline story game.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like there is a story going. There's elements of a story going through it, but it's not like one of the things they've said is they didn't build a game, they built a world.
Hmm.
And it's like there's story elements inside of that world, but the idea of it is going to be you load into it and you go do what you want to do.
Yeah.
So it might hit you a little faster.
Right.
It's like
you.
Because it's one where I love the idea of it and I love the way that the game is presenting itself. So that could very easily carry me through doing as much in this game as I want to do.
Yeah. Look, as long as the world is fun to go through, I think I'll be fine. Because it's like I saw, like I think it was Digital Foundry, one of the guys that's gotten a chance to play it for a little while, and he got stuck like 4 hours in just the starting town before he even got to the Crimson Desert. And I'm like, okay, that could either be a bad thing or a good thing for me. But if there's a million things to do, then and I feel consistently engaged, then it'll be fine. So I don't know. I'm looking forward to getting my hands on it.
They've said you could do just about anything they want to. They're like, "Yeah, if you want to." I saw an interview where they were talking, where like I forget the guy's name, but he was talking about it. He was like, yeah, if you want to just like go to your camp and like farm a bunch of vegetables and stuff and go like hunt some animals or something and then just like live your life. Like you can do that if you want to.
Mhm.
But he's like, or you can go out and you can explore the world and do the combat and ride around on dragons, or it's like you just live your best life.
Yeah.
However you want to do it. You can play this game for 20, 30 hours, or you play this game for 1,000 hours.
Right. Yeah, no, I mean, I'm just ready to get my hands on it. Honestly, I haven't fully decided yet, but I might take Friday off.
I'm considering it.
I haven't decided for sure. Because, like, the main reason I'm thinking about taking Friday off is because Thursday, I will be about 2.5 hours out from where we live for work. And I'm not leaving that work site until, like, I think 2:30 or 3 at the earliest. So I mean, I'm not getting back in town until like 5:30 to 6 o'clock, 6:30 to go pick up the game. Got to install it, take a shower. So I won't get a lot of time in on Thursday. So I don't know. I'm thinking about taking Friday off, just to have a day off. Decompress after being busy as shit with work for over a month, and just play a game. Hopefully get lost. So I'm thinking about taking Friday off.
Yeah, I'm at this point. I'm really excited that it's almost here. It's one where I've been tempering expectations, but the closer it gets and the more that it's getting talked about because it's less than a week away at this point.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to not just start like
getting giddy.
Yeah, I'm like getting giddy. It's like that you know when
yeah.
When like your potential game of the year or like your most anticipated game starts coming up, you get that little bit of vibration going on too.
Oh yeah.
I'm getting there.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna be antsy as fuck on Thursday.
Trust me, especially if I take off Friday, if I lock that in, which I'll probably decide that by like Tuesday. Um, then yeah, I'm by the time like driving home Thursday to get driving from where I am to go pick up my game, I'm gonna be very antsy. Because I pick up my game because I'm a physical guy. I like my physical games. I gotta go pick it up. Yeah, I'm gonna be pretty antsy. Get coming back into town. It's like, all right, I'm ready to go home, ready to play. So I feel you. I feel you. Hey, we're almost there. Almost there for a game of the year contender from the looks of it. A game that could rival GTA 6. That is the talk of the town.
I saw a very funny video. I should have sent it to you when I watched it. It was a short. It was basically it was people asking the guy, because he's a streamer. They were asking him if his opinion on Crimson Desert, if he thought that it could beat, if it had the potential to beat GTA, because he's also had access to it, so he's been playing it early. And he was like, "Hey, I want you guys to keep something in mind. Rockstar has never won a game of the year.
Shit, that might be right.
It's like
yeah.
they've never won a game of the year at the TGAs, because since it's been a thing, they've only released one game,
Yeah,
Red Dead Redemption 2, that lost."
yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah.
He's like, "So technically, GTA 6 is the underdog."
It's the underdog. That's funny.
He's like, Rockstar's the underdog. They've never won the award.
Yeah,
They've never won a Game of the Year award.
that's so funny. That's so true. Yeah, because they've released one game since 2018. So that's very true. And that one game was a masterpiece too. I'm sorry, but I still think it should have won Game of the Year.
Unfortunately, it also went up against another masterpiece.
Yeah, I know. God of War 2018. I know. I'm still in the Red Dead boat personally for that one, but it's neither here nor there. We don't have to get into that. It's fine. But now we have Crimson Desert to talk about.
But now, Crimson Desert, if you haven't gotten excited about it yet, I don't know what you're waiting on.
It might not be your game.
It's like it's either not your
Which is
game.
fine.
It's either not your game, or I don't know what you're waiting on to get excited about.
Exactly. And if it's not your game, that's fine. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
There's other games coming out. I mean, heck, right after Crimson Desert, I got Life is Strange Reunion like a week later. So it's like I'm about to be eating for the rest of this month. I got stuff to do, and I'm excited for it, man. I'm excited for it. So I'm glad Resident Evil is taken care of. To never play that game again because of that spider. I got Pokopia. I got some good time in that. It's gonna be an all-year game. I got Crimson Desert. We have Life is Strange. We're cooking.
Oh, I did forget about it, and I did want to mention it at least, because it also technically released into early access this week, but I have not picked it up yet. Celeste 2 entered into early access. I haven't picked it up yet.
Surprised by that.
I was looking at it because I was curious about what people were going to be saying about it.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's mostly positive reviews. It's like when I looked at it earlier on Steam, it was mostly positive reviews, like 70% positive. So it's one where I'm gonna pick it up soon, but it's gonna be in early access for a bit. They said it's basically you have most of Act 1 to kind of play through. So I haven't jumped into it yet. I didn't want to jump into it because that's one where even with one act, the way I played Celeste, Crown of the Magister, if I get into it if I get into this early access as much as I did that, I'll probably run through it 4 or 5 times before early access ends, and I don't want to be in the middle of wanting to do that when Crimson Desert comes out.
That's fair.
So after my Crimson Desert time, I'll probably go back to it.
Nice. That's fair. Another game to shout out that just dropped that I really want to pick up here soon. I don't know when I'm gonna pick it up because of Crimson Desert, Life is Strange. Maybe after that I might look at it. But Monster Hunter Stories 3 Twisted Reflection came out. Looks like a lot of fun. The review scores are pretty solid. It is the highest Monster Hunter Stories game now to ever come out in terms of review scores. So definitely they dialed it up a notch on that one. I've never played a Stories game, but they look like a lot of fun. So this is one that's on my radar to pick up and play at some point. Just a matter of when. But I got other stuff going on right now, so it's definitely someone I want to get in the near future. It looks like a lot of fun. Review scores have been pretty promising. Looks like there's a lot a lot of meat on
Yeah.
that bone.
We'll
for that
get you
game.
there, and then we'll work your way backwards into an actual Monster Hunter game.
I know. Yeah, yeah. That's where you start with me is stories, and then we can try to transition to
We'll
a
work your way
normal game. Yeah.
backwards so you can get bullied by your wife.
I know. Gosh, she's good, dude. She will bully the shit out of me. There's
She wouldn't even want to play with you. She'd be like, you're not good enough yet.
I know. I did get on her wilds, and I was going and trying out some weapons to figure out what I would even potentially want to play. I think Insect Glaive was probably my favorite. I enjoyed Insect Glaive. Insect Glaive was pretty sweet. Other than that, I couldn't find one that I really messed with.
You'd have to. What you do is you pick the weapon
And you make it work.
and then you learn the weapon.
Yeah.
That's how you do it.
Yeah, that's what you do every game.
I pick a new weapon.
Every game.
I pick a weapon I haven't played before, and I go even if it's not even a new game. If it's like I'm coming back to the game after a while, I'm like, new weapon. What am I learning now?
Right.
So yeah, eventually I will work my way through all of them.
I've got to have a good starting point to help me get into the franchise, right? So that's why I'm thinking it's going to be Insect Glaive after doing all my testing. It feels the most natural for what I like of my play styles for this stuff. So I'm gonna if I ever start, I'm gonna start there and then work my way around. Because I'm like you, I do want to. I want to play other stuff.
I would have recommended something probably different for you as just a starting point, but it's also where it's one of the weapons I believe is a great starting point for just about anybody.
Which is
Sword and Shield.
I knew it. Oh, hit my camera.
It's the most. It's
fix that.
Although it's one where I recommend. I recommend it. Don't recommend it because man, it's hard to get off of it once you start.
Right.
It's hard. It's hard to go to something else.
Yeah. Yeah. No. The Sword and Shield meme is strong. A while back, Christina sent me like some video series about a dude who goes through and it's like talks about each of the weapon styles, and he is like the biggest Sword and Shield glazer on the planet, and talked about how Sword and Shield is the best. And I was fully, as someone who does not play Monster Hunter, I was fully convinced. I guess Sword and Shield's the best, and she's like, no, it's not. He's just good at it, and he memes it.
It's not the best, but
if someone's good with it, they meme on it, and it's the best.
No, what happens is you pick your weapon and you stay in your weapon.
Yeah, no, that's
like for my Wilds playthrough, Hammer was the best thing ever. Was it the best thing ever? No, but it was satisfying as fuck.
Yeah, you had fun with it. And that's what matters. One day I'll be into Monster Hunter. One day. Like I said, I'm gonna start with stories and I'm gonna work my way backwards, and we'll figure it out.
I've looked at stories too. I don't know that I'm actually gonna pick it up, but it may be one where
Stories 3 looks sick.
It may be one where later in the year, if I don't have anything that I want to play coming out, I may look back at it.
Yeah, yeah. That's kind of where I'm at. Is that once I hit that dead point, gonna go look at Stories 3. That's where I'm at right now. All right, let's shout out some Rogue Energy. Use our referral link down below, promo code Sparky3 to get 10% off your order. Doesn't matter if it's hydration, energy, or the chill line. They're all delicious. We recommend them all. They have a better sale going on. No big deal. Feel free to hit up that promo code, whatever it's going to be. Just using the referral link still helps out the brand, and we would definitely appreciate the support. And again, promo code Sparky3 to get 10% off your order. All right, let's jump over and talk real quick about PlayStation. So there is a report out right now from an insider, Kelper L2, where he is saying that the PS6 and the PS Handheld is still on track for holiday 2027. Which, first off the top, I don't think PS6 needs to come out then. I mean, I know John's in the same boat. I think a lot of people are in the same boat. We could still survive on the PS5 for a while. But I guess kind of my question behind this is more on the handheld side of things, because we've talked about this a lot before. We talked about how the Vita was ahead of its time. We've talked about how when the Portal was being announced, we were like, man, it'd be cool just to have another Vita. You know, the Portal came out in all assets of like Sony's mind. The Portal is a success in their mind, and sales, reception, whatever, and it's continued. It has gotten better up front with updates they've put out where it's not simply a remote player. You can actually play it just by playing it like your digital library. If you're at PlayStation Plus and stuff, you don't have to have the console, whatever. So it has continuously improved. But the Portal was like a half step into a business that is already like in a full sprint, you know, because handheld PCs and handheld gaming is like, you know, thanks to like the Switch coming out and now everyone trying to do more handheld stuff. Steam Deck does its thing; it's great. Now you have everyone and their mother creating their own handheld PC. So like the business is booming, and the Portal is kind of a half step in the direction of what we want and just what the industry has got going on. So I guess the question is, does Sony absolutely need to do a new handheld, or is it just a thing that, oh, it'd be nice? Like, what's your thoughts on? Do they absolutely need to do it, or would it just be nice? That's cool.
It'd be nice.
Yeah.
They don't. They've shown they don't need to. The if you look at it, it, console wise, they blow everybody else out of the water.
Yeah.
When as far as like sales
overall
go, you can't compare the Switch sales to like PS5 sales or anything, because the Switch has been around for like
Longer.
It's been around for almost 2 full generations for
Yeah.
Sony. I mean, it still outsold them, but that is what it is. It's one where it would be really nice, but Sony's strategy of like focusing on as high quality and wanting to make the powerful console, it doesn't make sense for them to do a handheld necessarily, or like a half step between it, because they're not going to be able to make it as powerful as they want it to be.
Mm-hmm.
They kind of need that box to be stationary to put everything in it that they want. Could they do it to a handheld? Yeah, it's gonna price everybody out though. It's gonna make it where it's not that many people are gonna buy it, especially if, I mean, they'd have to full commit like this, like Nintendo did with the Switch, and I don't see Sony full committing to like a hybrid console.
Mm-hmm. I agree to that 100%.
Because it wouldn't make sense, because if you made a normal console and then a hybrid console, they're not, because it's just not going to work out. And it's like,
if you got those two
I don't
SKUs.
think they want to do a full, like a separate handheld that has its own SKU and its own library as well.
I agree to that. I don't think they'll do that either.
I don't think they're ever going to do that again, because we had the PSP and then we had the Vita, and neither one of them were super successful.
Yeah, PSP was fine. Vita, unfortunately, was not successful.
PSP did fine. Vita, nobody really understood it at the time, and it's at the point now where they can't justify having it, like having a separate console that wouldn't share the same library.
Yeah, doesn't make sense.
So it's like, it would be nice to have one, and hopefully Sony is, with their next console, brings essentially the Portal back, but a little bit more powerful, a little bit more capable of standing on its own from the beginning.
Yeah, from the get-go, from the jump.
It's like where, you have access to your digital library. You won't get the same quality that you would if you had like your PS6 or whatever, like playing the game.
Yeah.
But you would have access to it. Hopefully that comes from the like get-go. Hopefully that's part of like the PS6 bundle that you get, is like they have like the console bundle, and then they have the console and their whatever their new Portal is going to be, or whatever that's going to be.
Yeah, we can just call it Portal 2, I guess. That'll be our code name.
But it's like, hopefully they have something like that, like right from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think they're actually worried about breaking into the handheld market necessarily.
Well, do you hold on, let me ask you this: with them breaking into the handheld market and being worried about it, do you think there could be some potential worry because of like all of this, like very reliable insider sources, like insider leakers, I mean, that are all talking about like how, you know, Sony's moving away from PC ports, Sony's going back to exclusives, because also they view Nintendo as direct competition now.
Well,
do you think there could be a little worry in the handheld market because of that?
Less, they're moving. I think the biggest reason they're moving, I think we talked about it last week too. The biggest reason they're moving away from PC is because of the next generation Xbox is going to be able to play PC games.
Yeah. But I mean, like,
Yeah,
just like the
but it's
handheld
like
side with like, you know, they
the,
view
the
Nintendo as direct competition, is what everyone is saying.
oh yeah, I mean they're the only competition they really have
I
at
mean,
this point.
very true.
But it's one where
It's gone away
the,
from, hey, we know you exist, to, hey, we know you exist.
the problem is they can view Nintendo as direct competition all they want to. They don't make the same style games.
Correct. And that's why
It's
they've
like
always viewed Nintendo like, oh, you're over there, you're doing your
it's
thing.
like they look at Nintendo now and they're like, oh man, you're still outselling us over there.
Yeah.
It's like it's not the handheld thing that's doing it necessarily. It's like the hybrid is what initially got. I mean, it kind of helped the Switch, uh, like grow because you could take it, like you could take it with you. You can do whatever you want with it. It's the library. Library. Nintendo makes games that everyone wants to play,
Yeah.
and it's like Sony makes games that gamers want to play.
Hmm.
So it's like I don't know about you, but most of my PlayStation games I don't want to walk around and play.
Hmm.
I don't necessarily want to take them with me. Most of the time when I hop on my PlayStation, I'm looking to lock the fuck in for a while.
Right.
I'm like, I'm sitting down. I want to get up for like 4 hours.
Yeah.
I don't want to take that with me necessarily. Would it be nice if like I was coming over here and I could like bring a handheld with me and play it sitting over here? Yeah, that'd be great. But that would be the time that I mostly did it. Or like if I wanted to go to the other room with it,
Mhm.
that would be nice. I don't think Sony cares about that necessarily. It would be. I think at the end of the day, it's something they're looking at as is it feasible? And I don't think it's feasible for the next generation. Maybe
Right.
the generation after that, they'll have some technology figured out to do it.
Mhm. For whatever the next generation is going to be for PlayStation and a potential
I could be
handheld,
very wrong here.
like I'm in the mindset that I think they will launch with both, and I think the price points are going to come in at, like, let's say the PS6 can be like $800 and the handheld version is going to be 4 to 5. And there's going to be people that only buy that handheld version and never get the box console because it's like, well, as long as I can play the games, it works. But I feel like that's
Yeah,
also going to put you in a corner of like Xbox Series
I
S
was
and
gonna say
Xbox Series X.
I
That's the
I think
problem
the main reason I say I don't see them doing it in the next
because
generation
they saw what Xbox
is
did.
because of that. Is they saw the series
Yeah,
problem happen, and they're like they've had nothing but bad press for 7 years
yeah,
because of this.
great product for us, right? Because like if we're looking at it, it's like, yeah, me and you, we would both prefer to like play on the TV. But if we're looking at $800 versus $500, me and you might, well, you know, I can play on this Portal too. Like, it looks cool, it looks fine, but it's also like, and that's how a lot of gamers are going to view that. It's just from a money standpoint. So it'll sell, but are you putting yourself in
Yeah,
a
I
bad spot
I
development wise?
I think it would be it's like maybe mid generation they'd come up with like a standalone for it
Yeah.
that actually has the power to compete. But I think it's more likely a generation away before they feel comfortable that they won't just get blasted
Right.
because they've done so much to get ahead and like have the trust that Sony is going to come out with quality that I don't think they want to throw it away immediately.
Yeah. You know, because it's one of those things where it's like Sony having a handheld again, like a true handheld, not the remote player. I mean, again, Portal's kind of become a true handheld at this point. But, you know, so the idea of them having like launching a new handheld, it sounds nice, but God, I just have concerns from like that standpoint. Are you going to screw yourself over from a power standpoint, or is this just meant to be another remote player?
Yeah.
If it's another remote player, then okay, that's fine. I get it. You know, if you basically just make a literal Portal 2, remote player, access digital library, access PlayStation Plus, and it's like $300 now. Yeah, $100 more than the Portal because it's a little bit better tech. Okay, fine. I can get behind that. That's whatever. You know what I mean? So, you know, just doing a full handheld though, I mean, like, do they need to get into the market? I agree with you. I don't think they need to. You know, I think anyone that says they need to get in the market, I think is overblowing what Sony does, because it's like you talked about before. You made the joke last week, which is one of the best things I've ever heard. Xbox makes your backlog, PlayStation makes your game of the year. Because that's true. The PlayStation, like, if they don't do a handheld, guess what, buddy? they're still going to be doing game of the year,
Yeah.
right? They're still going to be making game of the year quality level games. Like they'll be fine. They don't need to get into the market, but it would just be cool as long as it's done right. That's the main thing. As long as it's done right, it'll be cool. So, but again, please God, don't let this shit come out next holiday. If it comes out next holiday, I'm gonna be mad. I ain't, but you know it's coming, dude. Because it's like even with the Xbox stuff, apparently alpha versions of Helix are gonna be in devs' hands as of next year too. So I feel like holiday 2027, we're about to gear up for a new generation. And I don't know, man. It's just there's a part of me that says, you know what, let's do it. Let's go ahead and get in the new generation. I'm over this generation. But there's also that part of me. It's just like, all right, yeah, there's been a lot of frustrations with this generation, but at the same time, it's like, all right, we finally have started to get to a point where we're breaking away from the last one. Let's just focus on this one for a little while, right? Like I'm ready to move on because of how annoying this generation's been. But at the same time, it's like I think we can milk it for a few more years. I think we're fine.
Yeah, I mean, we technically can, but it's also one where I get it. I mean, I can see the want and the desire to move on from it. It's like, yeah, we barely move. It's like we've just now kind of moved away from the previous generation. But it's also a very weird time.
Oh yeah,
The other problem is moving forward, if we were to go into another generation right now, we would also encounter basically the same problem.
I know that exactly. That's where it's just like
So
let's just milk it.
It's one where
2028, 2029.
It's like 2027, hopefully it would be cleared up by then, but it is one where I would be okay moving on with it if we did a like we've said, Xbox is gonna have to do a clean cut. If we're gonna move on, Sony has to do a clean cut as well.
Yeah.
Everybody has to do a clean cut. Even Switch is for the most part, most of their stuff is clean cut. Move on to Switch 2. There's a few Switch 1, Switch 2 games, but a lot of the new stuff is
Switch 2.
Switch 2.
Yeah.
They are in the mindset of fucking buy a new one.
Yeah, they've gone with the normal timeline that we've been used to most of our life of, okay, you got about a year of some cross and a few exclusives. Okay, now we're approaching that 1 year mark. Guess what? Go buy a Switch 2 because things are coming out for the Switch 2. That's the normal, right? That's the norm.
Yeah. When the next generation, when we actually move on to the next generation, we got to clean cut it.
Yeah, no,
we can't do this bullshit for another generation.
Oh God, no, can't do it. I get the PS5 is still powerful, it hasn't been put to its limits and stuff. But if you're selling me a PS6 with all this spec at let's say a high dollar price point, by God, that thing better have exclusives, brother, in the first year that cannot be played on the PS5. You better get like hardware wise cannot. That's what you better give me. Yeah. Don't do this bullshit again, damn it. Don't do this again.
Yeah.
God bless. This generation's been so frustrating. But I don't know. I hope it's not a holiday. But again, I can understand wanting to move on. So speaking of move on, let's shout out some merch. Go head over to spoken3shop.com and go pick up some merch, whether it's one of the hats. So maybe the 7 out of 10 is a good game. Maybe your support in the motion. 7 out of 10s are good games. That's your backlog games, okay? So go pick up 7 out of 10 good game and go tell the world. You can go pick up the bee, pick up a hoodie, whatever. Go pick up some merch. We appreciate that extra support. So we're basically officially in weekly wrap-up territory. Which I was going to kick off with Yoshi and the Mysterious Book getting its release date. But do you have anything that you want to talk about or shout out before we begin our weekly wrap up for the week?
Not at the moment.
Okay, question. Are you doing Game Set Game of the Week or me?
I'm good to do it.
All right, Game Set Game of the Week is yours. Let's roll. So the first thing, is Yoshi and the Mysterious Book is set to get its release date with May 21st. It was just dropped in a Twitter announcement. Nothing exciting. So now the question that I've seen a lot of people ask is this set it up where we're not getting a full Nintendo Direct this month? I mean, what's your thoughts on when we're going to get another Direct? Because, we have not had a Nintendo Direct since September, I think? And we've had every other style of Direct since then. I mean, when do you think we could potentially get a Direct? I mean, you think it's still this month or you think in April? A lot of release dates we need. A lot of release dates. I'm thinking April because I'm thinking post-Galaxy release. That's what I think. That's my firm stance. This did not raise red flags to me. I thought it was kind of interesting they dropped it this way, but it didn't raise red flags.
Yeah, I mean, the more interesting thing is they dropped it in a tweet instead of on their weird Nintendo app.
That's a good point. I forgot about Nintendo Today. I haven't been on there in a minute. That's a good point. That would have been a good chance for the further push at Nintendo Today. And it was probably on there, but I think it just dropped on a tweet. I could be wrong, but
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I could see them doing more directed type directs, like the non-traditional direct,
mhm.
uh, and push it till even like May, May or June even.
Well, see, I was gonna say at that point, do you just wait to June?
Yeah, I was gonna say I was thinking May, but I was like, you just at that point you just push to
Yeah, at
June,
that point you
and
just
if you
wait
if
for.
you have news that you want to do, you just do a directed one towards like whatever type of game it is, or you just call it like the like indie or whatever, call it whatever framework you want to give it to be a non-direct because they want to be pretty specific when they do a direct.
Yeah. I,
It could be that they just wait until they have something big.
so that's actually a good point because I was in the mindset of, oh, it'll probably be in April because they're gonna work to get past the Mario Galaxy movie because that's like such a big headlining thing in their mind, right? And it is a big headlining thing, but maybe not for every gamer out there, but to them, this is like a main event for the year, right? For Nintendo. But like honestly, you saying it that way, it's like I know a lot of people's not going to like this, especially if Nintendo's your console. But honestly, they probably could just wait to June at that point.
I mean,
I'm going to be, because like, think about it. You have Mario Galaxy movie, big main event thing, 1st of April. You have Tomodachi Life Living the Dream, middle of April, which that's, maybe not as big of a deal to us, but like from everything I've seen with how the internet blew up about it, big deal. And now they've confirmed that Yoshi's coming out in May. So they've got April and May kind of locked down of Nintendo stuff.
all the big Nintendo stuff, like the big hitters for me, I'm expecting them to be late summer, early fall.
Yeah.
Which, if you're gonna do that, you might as well wait till June. Get in when people are expecting announcements.
Yeah, exactly.
And
So
it's like, and you can have your release date announcements there, and then you can also come in with a big hitter for like holiday season.
yeah, because I mean, you also you just had Pokopia launch too, so it's like you've got now to May kind of like Nintendo lined up, right? But I think where a lot of people are like freaking out and raising their red flags, is they're just like, oh man, I got this console, but like, what do I have to look forward to? I don't know what's coming out this year. I don't know when stuff's coming out, which that's fair.
Yeah, we know stuff's coming out this
Yeah.
year. We just don't know when.
But it's coming.
But we
That's the
all
thing.
expect it to be late, like I said, late summer, early
Yeah.
fall. So, and Nintendo, they'll wait to give you a release date because Nintendo hates nothing more than having to push a release date.
Oh, I know.
When they have to push, the rare occasion where Nintendo pushes one, we know because they apologize to us.
Yes, they have a whole thing of we are sorry this happened. This is getting delayed. Don't hate us. No, actually, yeah, no, I'm kind of feeling just June now. I know Nintendo fans, and especially if Switch 2 is your number one primary source of gaming, probably not a fan of that. But like, just hold the line. It'll be all right. It's like you at least know a few important things coming out with the Mario Galaxy movie, which did get a final trailer. You got Tomodachi Life Living the Dream. You got Yoshi coming out in May. You just had Pokopia just launch. So it's like I'm feeling June where we will get the Fire Emblem Fortunes Weave release date, and I can't wait. Funny enough, I'll tell you this: the number one reason I'm excited right now for Fortunes Weave release is not strictly because it's my most anticipated game of the year, but because like for this year, I don't have any like vacation plans this year or anything. And so I already just mentally prepared, like, all right, yeah, I want to take like a week off for like a big game release. I was like, I'm going to take a week off for Fire Emblem. So I need to know when this game's dropping so I can get excited. I can have a timer in my brain because I always put timers on my home screen on my phone to get me excited for stuff. So I look at it every day. It's like, oh yeah, I got this many days to this. So I need that vacation lock in of, oh yeah,
I don't.
Fire Emblem Fortunes Weave.
I don't need timers because you do it and you just tell me when my stuff's getting close.
That is true. I do. I am your timer.
You just start sending me stuff. Like you'll just send me something about a game I don't care about, and I'm like, I guess it's close. I guess I might as well give it a try.
Right, right. Yeah, I'm your timer.
Like you'll be excited about something. I'm like, he's been talking about it a lot. Maybe I look into it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I need to know when Fortune's Weave's coming out so I can get my PTO in my brain of, oh yeah, I'm excited for a week off right there. I have not, because I've got 4 weeks off this year. So it's like, oh, that's pretty cool. It's like, I want to take some weeks off playing some games, have a good time.
Mine's about to reset, and then I'll think about it.
Yeah, yeah. If I forget, yours resets in April. I forgot about that. So yeah, then you can actually start thinking about yours. So yeah, no, I haven't taken a week off for a game since I think Pokemon Scarlet and Violet was the last time.
I haven't
So
taken a full week off, and I don't even know how long. Even like the last big one I did was Ragnarok, and I took a Thursday and Friday off for it, and then beat it.
yeah, no, you were ready for the show that Saturday. Like when you walk in the show, like, oh yeah, I beat
Yeah,
it. I'm ready to go.
yeah. I walk through the door. You're like, so how much you play? Oh, I rolled credits.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I was just over there playing Sonic Frontiers because I knew I could trust you for Ragnarok. So I was just like, all right, I'll go play Frontiers. He's gonna play Ragnarok. I'll come play Ragnarok later. And that's exactly how it went. Ragnarok was the better game.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, Frontiers was still good though. But either way, yeah, no, I think June for a direct makes a lot of sense. Next thing, projects. I got some Project Helix news from the GDC that's going on. Further hammered that you will be able to play your Xbox console and PC games. It is going to be powered by a custom AMD chip. We'll have that next gen AMD FSR, and alpha versions of the Helix going to be sent to devs in 2027. So, will the Helix launch in holiday 2027 like the rumored PS6? Honestly, again, this generation could stretch, but Xbox especially needs to move on. Xbox especially needs to move past the series as soon as possible. That's for sure. Still talking about some quick Xbox news. Apparently, Windows 11 is getting an Xbox mode. PC can boot into full screen console interface instead of the normal desktop. Launches it into a controller first, basically dashboard, browse your library, open Game Pass, access store, cloud gaming, etc. And then you can switch back to Windows anytime. So don't worry about it. The rollout will start in April. So when this rolls out, I might hop on just to test it, see what it looks like, see what it feels like, but then I'm going right back. If I'm on my computer, I'm on my computer.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
going
like
to be
that
real.
doesn't. It's like this is like. I mean, I guess if you had a secondary machine that you primarily only used for like
like
Game
gaming,
Pass and
yeah.
stuff like that, this would be interesting.
Right. But I don't know, like when it rolls out, I'll probably hop on there to see what it looks and feels like, and I'm probably moving on. Did you see this? Did you see Pickmon?
Yeah.
God bless.
Uh,
This is the biggest lawsuit waiting to happen.
From multiple angles,
So many.
they've Pickmon. The biggest thing is stolen designs with this because
Aggressively.
it's aggressively stolen designs from Pokemon,
Artists.
Pokemon Pal World, and directly from artists
Yeah.
with their that do like their own
Yeah.
fake mons and that.
Yeah, because like for an example, for context on that, like the Meganium looking one on the cover, that's literally from an artist, Elpsy, that was on Twitter, and they put up their fan made Mega Meganium concept that is copy freaking paste.
Oh yeah, no, this is one where it's like somebody just wanted to get sued.
Someone just wanted to make some noise. Yeah.
Somebody thought it would be fun.
I'm convinced this game doesn't exist. They just wanted to troll. There's no way this game's real.
I don't know. I saw it and I was like, yeah, that's dumb.
Yeah, this is ridiculous. It's a new monster catching game, but you use cards to catch the monsters. And if you haven't seen it yet, I'm shocked because this is one of the most aggressively, like with Pal World, right? There was a lot of designs that were very clearly inspired from Pokemon, but they still at least felt different for the most part. Bruh, this has got literally Charizard Y as a bird.
Oh yeah,
This has literally Meganium. Like it's got Lucario, it's got Cobalion. I mean, like or Cobalion. Like this is like flat out rip off slight tweaks. This is insane. Like that's Charizard Y as a bird.
it's one where if it is a real thing, it's never coming out.
Yeah, this will never release. Like if it does, it will get Nintendo Ninja'd into the ground like aggressively. Next up, we got the Jeff Kaplan interview and his new game. Jeff Kaplan, of course, is the Overwatch creator when Overwatch was at its peak. So let's talk about the new game first. It's called Legend of California. It's a Red Dead Redemption looking like survival crafting sim. It actually looks pretty cool. It is a multiplayer action survival FPS. It's set on the island of California during the Gold Rush era. It actually looks pretty cool. I've got a lot of faith in just Jeff and how he runs the game because Overwatch, like when he was running it, like Overwatch was fun to play. It consistently had a lot of like events going on that was a lot of fun and engaging. It was the golden year. It's a game of the year winner for a reason.
I didn't watch the whole thing on the game. It's like I kind of just clicked on it quickly, kind of saw the vibe of it, and dipped out. It's a style of game that I enjoy when it's done well.
Yeah.
So it's like it's one where, game comes out. It might, depending on how it looks depending on how it looks when it actually comes out, might be something I give a try.
Yeah.
But it is one where it's like a lot of, because of me and you, I am the survival craft player.
Yeah.
For the most part, but I've learned to be choosy with which ones I play, because for a while there I was buying just about any of them that came across me, and I played a lot that I didn't like.
Yeah.
So now I'm choosy. So I'll play this one when I give it a better look and see if it actually is going to vibe with me.
I will say you do have opportunities to go ahead and kind of see what it looks like. I saw on Twitter earlier that Jeff Kaplan's new studio that he made for this, which the publisher for this is also Dreamhaven, who is led by former Blizzard head as well. So good buddies there. And this dude's probably just going to let Jeff do his thing and cook, which is always a good thing. But no, Jeff's new studio, I forgot what it's called. He was playing the game on Twitch earlier, like so. It's already you can go watch some gameplay, go watch Jeff play it. So like that's cool that it's not simply here's a trailer, deuce. It's like all right, here's a trailer, come watch me play on Twitch. So it's like all right, we're getting the game out there more. So I appreciate that.
Yeah, it's more. Yeah, like I said, I'll have to look at it a little more.
Yeah,
but it's a genre that intrigues me. So I don't always pick them up when they release, but I look at a lot of them.
Right. Then he also had an interview where he talked about various things, and one thing that he did talk about was his leave of Blizzard. And he talked about how basically he was brought into the office by the CFO and was talking about like this is around, he said, I think 2020, and it was like 2020 and 2021 was kind of the forecast they were talking about. And basically the CFO said Overwatch needs to make X amount of money. Of course, the money amount was obviously bleeped for confidentiality reasons. And if it doesn't hit that, we're going to lay off 1,000 people, and that's going to be on you, is what the CFO told Jeff. And Jeff was just like, it was the biggest fuck you moment of my career. And it was at that moment, it's like, okay, we're done here. It's like, and that's when Jeff made as someone who's played Overwatch since release and has been excited about Overwatch since before release, like I remember when Jeff left Blizzard, and it was such like a, whoa, what happened? Like, that's crazy. I didn't expect that. And even Jeff just like, Blizzard I thought was a company I'd always work for. I never thought I would leave. I thought I'd be doing Overwatch and whatever else in the Overwatch vein for my whole career. But it kind of reached that point of where it's like, gotta go. So I need to go and sit down and listen to the full interview. I've only seen the snippets, but I do want to listen. I'll probably listen to it sometime. I'm gonna have plenty of windshield time this week. On 2 different days in particular. So I will definitely have an opportunity to sit down and actually listen to this thing. But yeah, no, biggest fuck you moment of his career was, hey, if you don't make this money, 1,000 people's going to get laid off, and that's on you. Wow, what a dick move. But yeah, that's kind of where Blizzard was for a while. It's just like run by a bunch of assholes. And now that Microsoft's kind of purchased Activision Blizzard, now it's kind of they're trying to right the ship. And where they started to right the ship was dropping the 2 from Overwatch, and now it's just Overwatch again. Hey, did you read through this article for Adventures of Elliot?
No, you sent it to me, and I opened it up and started scrolling. I went, that's a lot to read.
There is a lot to read. I read it I finally read it today.
I kind of flipped through it and looked at the different ages, and I was like, you know what, cool.
Yeah.
The other reason is I'm already sold.
Yeah, me and you both.
I'm well sold on this. This is 100% a pickup for me.
Day one pickup.
This is a day one pickup, day one play.
Yep.
So it's one where I'm like, you don't have to keep selling me on this game.
But we appreciate it.
You've got my money.
Yeah, my money is yours. Yeah, no, they're starting to kind of put out, I guess, some more details on the different ages with Adventures of Elliot. If you have not seen Adventures of Elliot or looked into it, there is a demo. Please go play it. It's a it's HD 2D, like 2.5D style, like action RPG adventure game that is very like inspired by like a Legend of Zelda feel and stuff like that. And it looks incredible. The demo is a lot of fun. It's definitely one you need to go check out. So basically, with the game, there are four major ages that the game focuses on. With the age of safekeeping, which is the present, the age of reconstruction, which is defined as what, just like the dark ages, the age of magic, which is the golden ages, and the age of budding, which is the birth civilization. So I guess in the looks of it, they're going to start releasing in pieces about the different ages. So the first one is like the age of reconstruction with the dark ages, and kind of just talked about how there's no spell for safekeeping to keep out the beastmen. There's the village focus, which is called Little Hope, as well as some characters. I don't know how to pronounce any of these names, so forgive me. But there's like an adventurer. There is like the lifelong friend of the adventurer who also has a chronic illness, and then there's a historian, a mutual friend of the two. You know, it showed like more system stuff as well, where it has like a checkerboard type setup for when you meet characters with the quests they have and the rewards. My favorite part of the game right now, because it's so random and funny, is that you can collect cats. No matter the age you're in, you can basically just hear a cat meow, and your fairy will help you locate it, and you can take the cat under your wing and make it your pet. And they all have their own different likes and dislikes, and I'm like, that's really cute. And you can play with it and care for it. There's even a cat-loving NPC that reward you for how many cats you have. So shout out, that's really cool. But yeah, I don't know that they also detail the systems info where it's like you can equip the different accessories at any time of the game, as well as weapons and magic and stuff, which is all stuff that further makes this game just more accessible, so you don't have to like go back to a point, go back to this.
Yeah.
It's like right there, just do it, which is great. But oh, Shrines of Life. That's another thing to shout out. They did show Shrines of Life, which are shrines you can walk into and initiate a trial of some capacity, whether if it's like a knowledge trial, intellect trial, or like a combat trial. So it's kind of like Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom stuff. So that's fine.
Yeah.
That's whatever.
It's just the new system
Yeah.
that's kind of become popular since Breath of the Wild, which is just like, yeah, we just put a thing out there and have them interact with it, and
Yeah.
it solves a whole problem for us.
Yeah. But no, I mean, I'm with John. Already sold on the game. They already have my money. I'm just waiting for June 18th.
I was super interested in this from when we got the little initial teaser of it during one of the showcases from it.
It was a Nintendo Direct.
And then we got the actual demo to come out. And I was like, "Ow, I'll try it. This looks like a funny little game." And then it was like, "Oh no, this game's gonna be great.
This game's gonna be phenomenal. It's gonna be one of our favorite games this year."
Oh yeah.
So just fair warning, when it comes time for the game static bracket, this thing can make some noise between me and John. This thing can make some moves to the bracket. Okay. I'm super excited for it, man. June 18th, very, very excited to pick up this game. What are you getting it for? Are you getting it for Switch too?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, me too. Yeah, I'm getting it for Switch too as well. Very excited. I'm looking forward to seeing more articles and more details drop. I don't know if it's gonna be like a weekly thing or what. I mean, we're obviously still, a few months out, 3 months out from the game, almost 3 months exactly from this live stream. So I don't know if it's gonna be like a monthly release, like maybe in April we'll get one, and then May get one, and whatever, and then June it's time for the release. So I don't know. Either way, super excited for Adventures of Elliot and the Millennium Tales. Definitely need to go look at it if you haven't. Some quick news: Resident Evil Requiem. The game has already sold over 5 million units, so big shout out to that. And they did confirm new story expansion is in development, which was kind of rumored and leaked that there was 2 in development, one on Alyssa Ashcroft as well as one on Leon, and the Leon one kind of detailing what he's been up to from the events of 7 and 8, because with 7 and 8 you got to also see like the other prominent character of Resident Evil with Chris Redfield making appearances in both those games. So now it's like, okay, what was Leon doing during that time? That's kind of the theory and the rumor right now. And I would assume that would also potentially reveal on if Leon is actually married or if he's just sporting a ring for shits and gigs, because he is sporting a wedding ring based on in-game art that's on Requiem. So shout out to that. You may get to find that out. Squash a lot of rumors. We talked about this last week with this new Sword Art Online game, Echoes of Aincrad, but there is some more news that there's only confirmed to contain the first two floors of SAO. Floor 1 hub will be Town of Beginnings. Floor 2 hub will be Urbis. And there is a quote from the series producer Yosuke Futami saying that if we hypothetically decide to create all 100 floors, it would take us around 10 years of development to achieve it. Does it only having two floors turn you off a little bit?
No, because if you, because I don't know if you read that full like interview in that he gave where he gave that quote. Because one of the things he talked about was it would take them 10 years to create it as detailed as they want to.
Yeah, they want it. They want to go with
as,
it.
as
Yeah.
they wanted to go with it. So it's like they're only doing 2 floors, but they're supposed to be fucking packed.
Yeah, and in theory, you could always do floor 3 as a DLC expansion later. Or something.
It's one
it's
where
not a big deal to me.
no, it's like it being them saying, "Oh, we're only gonna have 2 floors." At first, it was a knee jerk of like only 2, and then
100%.
then they talk about it more, and you go, "Oh, you're putting a lot of time into 2 floors."
Yeah, no, you're putting like this world you're building of 2 floors will be massive.
Yeah. So it's like I'm not turned off by it. If anything, I'm like, okay, this is somebody who's respecting the work that they're doing and not just gonna
Put out 100 floors of slop.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. A little better to hear that actually.
Yeah. No, still a day one pickup. I think the game looks really cool. Like this is the type of SAO game that I'm super interested in. So it's still a day one pickup. Like I'm with you when I read like only 2 floors. I'm like, whoa, oh, okay, hold on. And I, kind of saw a little bit further what they're trying to accomplish. It's like, oh, okay, nah, I think it's fine.
Yeah. It's because all the article titles were like Echoes of Aincrad only has 2 floors.
Yeah. Gotta get them clicks, baby. Gotta get them clicks. Just like this potential video clip. Gotta get them clicks. Let's see. Here's a thing for you. I want to shout out a few of these. So these are some games that might not be on your radar that maybe they should be on your radar. The first one is called Samson. John actually sent me this. It drops less than a month, April 8th, at a $25 price point, which that's cool. PC first, console later. Developed by Just Cause and Mad Max devs. Story set in the 90s in a gritty city called Tyndallston. The vibes of the city is kind of like GTA 3 or Max Payne's New York, inspired by like high octane action movies with like the fighting, the driving. I saw like every car is like uniquely crafted and stuff. There is a calendar system of afternoons, evenings, and nights, and you'll basically have to pay off debts to to protect your family. Each day you'll have to pay some off. I thought it looked pretty cool. Like I said, John sent me the trailer for this, and one that I'm gonna look at, especially for $25.
Yeah.
Shit.
It looked interesting when I saw it, and I was like, you know what? I'll send this along.
Yeah, no, shout out to Samson. It's like I said, it comes out very, very soon, so that could be something that I'll look at next month, and actually use my gaming PC for gaming. Next one is called Project Shadowglass. This is gonna be PC and console. It's a love letter to games like Thief, Deus Ex, and System Shock. Playing as a struggling thief, pulling off all types of heists. The art style is, dude, it's like a gorgeous pixel style that like flows perfect. Like when I'm watching this, like it is a stylistic choice, and man, I think it looks so cool. It's so pretty. I enjoyed Thief back in the day. I thought Thief was really fun back on the 360. I never really got into Deus Ex or System Shock. I never played System Shock. I have played Deus Ex, never got into it. But I did enjoy Thief. So if it's a love letter to at least Thief, I was like, okay. I watched the gameplay. It's got the classic like stealth mechanics of like hiding in light and dark. It's not just simple like, oh, hide behind a ledge and attack someone. A little bit more in depth of like utilizing everything around you. Utilizing noises. Different things to knock people out. Different like water arrows to make someone slip when you do get spotted. It looks pretty cool. Project Shadowglass, one to look into. This one I saw, just came out recently as well. Broken Lore Follow. Broken Lore is an indie horror series that I've come across on Steam. Back in January, Broken Lore Unfollow came out, and the whole aspect of Broken Lore Unfollow looked super cool, and I really want to check out these games as well as the others. They're all like standalone games. Broken Lore Follow is the 4th game to release under that title. There's actually already 2 or 3 more that is also confirmed to be in that title as well. It is getting its release date of June 1st. It's a psychological first-person horror game with 7 chapters following a woman named Anne who's returned to her childhood home and haunted by a painful past, encountering like manifestations of her past memories and experiences and facing issues of self-acceptance, self-worth, and her challenging her relationship with her mother. Broken Lore Unfollow was one that when I came across it from a Metacritic prediction video, I thought the game looked really, really cool and really, really freaky. The vibes for it kind of gave me the vibes of one of my favorite games from last year, Face of Another. And this one also looks really cool and really freaky. I really want to check out these games. And then Silver Pines. This one came across my timeline as well, and I think this looks so cool. It's a 2D survival horror Metroidvania. They're trying to go back to like classical survival. This will be coming back. This will be coming out for PS5, Xbox, Switch, PC in 2026. You're gonna play as a PI, Red Walker, trying to find a missing musician in a small town in America. The case dives into like strange and nightmarish descents. It's like a love letter to that class survival horror. Fight or avoid nightmarish terrors. And it's like it really gives off old school Resident Evil vibes of like finding resources, solving puzzles to unlock more hidden paths, whatever the case is. And it's like, got like a graphic novel style, like cutscenes. Just like the whole again, this art style looks so good. So that's something else to keep on your radar. Silver Pines. This is one that I'm probably going to look to pick up. I thought it looked really cool. Again, the art style alone sold me on it. I was like, oh, this looks so cool. But yeah, those are some games to maybe check out here soon. Like I said, Samson comes out here in less than a month, so $25. I might check it out. We'll see. Hey, your Trails in the Sky second chapter. You're getting a steelbook. So after that,
I'll probably actually pre-order that.
Yeah, get the steelbook for you.
Yeah. I might as well.
I like how when I clicked the link, it warned me, hey, before you click this link, spoilers ahead. Do you still want to click the link? I was like, I don't know the context, so I'm good. I'm going to click the link.
Everything that has come out, even the videos of Trails in the Sky second chapter come out, and they all warn of spoilers.
Yeah.
And so it's like everything they're showing of it is like, hey, by the way, we got spoilers for both this game and the previous game.
Right. So I still need to play the first one. I've seen so much glowing reviews from it. Even it's gotten in my timeline recently.
It's so good.
Yeah, you gave it the most glowing reviews, and I saw people say just finished Trails in the Sky first chapter. There is no way I couldn't get the second one with that ending, and I'm like, okay.
Oh yeah. You have to.
Okay, I gotta play this game. And so when I have my free time here soon, I'm gonna borrow your copy and I'm gonna play this.
Oh, yeah.
I need to play
fantastic.
Also, apparently we're getting some Starfield news next week. It's probably gonna be PS5 launch. That's probably what it's gonna be. No, there was an article where it was like the composer of Starfield was saying that people don't understand Todd's vision of Starfield, and hopefully one day they will. That Todd's a visionary. And they just don't get it. Is basically what he was saying. They don't get the masterpiece that Starfield.
I had the thought recently of like, maybe I should go back and give Starfield a try.
I had the same thought.
I haven't played it since the week it came out.
Yeah.
And I had the thought, I was like, maybe I should go back and give it a try. Maybe it's better now.
Right.
And then I remembered back to playing it and I went, I don't want to do that.
Yeah. No, the news that there's going to be some news this week. Someone from Bethesda, the main account, responded to that article saying that we ran this by Todd, and Todd said the only vision that he sees right now is the vision of open lanes on EA Sports College Football 26. But we do have some news next week, so stay tuned. And I was just like, Todd, what team you playing? It's like, who we playing as? What's your dynasty looking like? You won any championships yet? Yeah, what's going on? I want to know about that now. I want to know about that more than I want to know about Starfield news. But I digress. Until Dawn remake developers, Ballistic Moon has officially been dissolved. I think we saw that a while ago, but it's been officially.
I think it was rumored before.
Yeah,
or just said it was going to happen.
Yeah. EA is laying off staff across all Battlefield studios. And friendly reminder, Battlefield 6 was the best-selling game in 2025 in the U.S.
Still needed a reason to hate EA.
There you go.
No matter what you do, you are not safe.
Correct. You had the best-selling game of last year in the United States, and GG. GG. Battlefield 6 was like a great return to form for him. But here we are.
Fuck EA.
Yeah, I know. He's a shit show. And then also, here's something from last week that I failed to include on the show, and it's Sony testing dynamic pricing, at least where they can, because there are some stricter laws in like Japan and the US that prevents them from doing stuff like this. But in different regions, they're testing pricing changes depending on where you're located and your purchased and play history. There's been like photo examples of two people in the exact same house with two different sales prices of the same game. The price difference could range from like a 5.3% to 17.9 in the testing phase. There's 139 games that are being tested across 68 regions. Yeah, please just keep this away. This is bullshit up front. If you come in here and you tell me that you bought this game for $5 and I pull it up and it's 25, I'm gonna be pissed as shit. This needs to stay away.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's
I don't have a good enough thought to voice an opinion on it.
Yeah, no, stupid as shit. That's the thought. I hate it. I do not like it because like it just. I understand elements to it. It's just like, oh, you really play a lot of this, and maybe come check this one out. But then it's like, it's just dumb as shit. It's just being tested. Hopefully, it stays that way and doesn't go further than that. But anyway, you got any news? Shutout? You good?
I don't have anything.
All right, game set, game of the week. What do we got this week? You're laughing. What do we got? What? Okay, John. Why are you laughing?
Don't judge me on this.
The judging has already started.
Game set at game of the week. I'm pretty sure I've never said it before because it'd be kind of. I think I wouldn't have done it before. I was looking through earlier. I didn't see it.
The list is updated. So,
game set at game of the week. Go with a good old game called Clicker Heroes here.
Yep, that is definitely not on here. I can tell you up front.
Clicker Heroes is exactly what it sounds like.
Clicker Heroes.
It is a idle clicker game. It's one of the most well-known ones out there. Almost anybody listening to this has either played it or known about it. It is a game where it's just a monster shows up on a screen. You click it until you click it, and for every click you do damage and it dies. And as you go up in stages, you unlock like I forget what they call them, but you unlock like heroes and that, and they do as you level them up and that they do increasing amounts of idle damage.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like damage while you're not actually doing anything. There's nothing fancy to it. I'm a huge fan of idle games and clicker games.
Yes, he is.
Clicker Heroes, the reason I do it over any other clicker game, because there are clicker games that I actually prefer and I think are better games. This is like kind of one of the OGs in the space, but it's also one that means a lot personally to me, because while it's not my favorite, it is one that has gotten me through some tough times in my life. When things have gotten bad, it's been one of the safe spaces that I go back to because it's just comfortable.
Yeah.
There's nothing fancy with it. It's just a game where a monster shows up and you click it, and then over time, it's one of those games where eventually it becomes a game where you don't do anything but click the level up button, and I love them. I love the style of game. I play them all the time. It's one of my favorite types of games to play. And this is it's like Clicker Heroes is the first one that I ever played, and it's the one that I go back to when it's the one I go back to when I like need a safe space kind of.
Yeah.
So that's why I do it above all the others. It means a lot to me personally.
All right, respect.
Yeah. Game set at game of the week, Clicker Heroes.
Yeah. Drop a comment down below if you've played some Clicker Heroes, as well as what is your safe space game? I want to know. I don't know what mine would be. I really don't. What would be a safe space game for me? I really don't know. What do I go back to when things are a little tough? As dumb of an answer this is, probably just because like I can get lost in it so easily. Probably for me, Minecraft. Because I get lost in Minecraft. Like when I get that itch where I need to get lost in something, Minecraft
It's similar type of like feeling.
Yeah, no, that's my first knee jerk thought is probably Minecraft because it's like I don't have to super focus on like story stuff, even though I've played a lot of like my safe games a million times. It's just I can just go in there, let's see if I can find some diamonds. Let's build me a tree house. I love building tree houses. Just That's probably one of mine right there. But yeah, shout out to Clicker Heroes. Game Study Game of the Week.
What
All right, wrong button. Let's hit the music and get out of here.
All right, like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. And if you like what you saw with us here, we do these live streams every Saturday about 6 p.m. Central Time. So come check us out then.
Yeah, and make sure to check out some Rogue Energy and Spark3Shop.com. With Rogue Energy, use promo code Spark3 to get 10% off your order. Use the referral link down below. And you're still going to help out the brand. If you want to support us for Patreons, a great way to do so. Join the Discord. Come chat with us. We're back next week where we finally get to actually talk about Crimson Desert. That's not just conversation. It's actually, hey, we played it, and here's our thoughts. So can't wait for that. Like I might take Friday off. I'm kind of leaning towards. I could use a day off right now. So I might play some Crimson Desert on Friday. Have a great time. Can't wait. Be here next week. Bye.